We're live. All right. Is there any way to make this bigger? I don't even know. Let's just check on this. That says nothing. So what's up, Facebook? How you doing? What's going on? What's everybody doing tonight? Live for 8 seconds. Lives are theoretically a great way to get reach. Who knows? Who knows what's true anymore? Everybody, hope you're doing all right this evening. I'm going to continue working on this water bottle cover, and I think I'm going to do this more often, where I get on and just work on a project as a way to keep me accountable for all these projects I have and need to finish, and hopefully someday get them all done. I gotta take this piece apart real quick, but we are weaving. Oh, I have viewers. Say hello in the comments if this is the first time you've watched me stream. I've only streamed one other time and done Chainmail at the same time. So chances are this is probably your first time. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe all the viewers saw me last night. What's up, Katie? I always get confused at your Facebook name. I'm like, I know her. Wait, that's not. Oh, yeah. How have you been? All right. If you weren't watching the stream last night, I am cannibalizing this piece right here. It came off of a thermos that could no longer be used because I couldn't clean it properly. Most people do, yeah. All that. Oh, I could just use these. That is good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. I miss you guys. I wish I could come visit. I miss Texas a lot. Being in Wisconsin is not, I don't know if it's good for my soul, but I'm here and making the most of it. So, if you weren't here last night, this was wrapped around a thermos and it looked okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great piece. Something about the edging on European 6-in-1 makes it kind of floppy if you don't knit it up real well. And I didn't have the right ring size to put a proper edging on it. I just had these 18 gauge 3/16 brass and bronze rings. Let's see if I can get a close-up shot. All right. So along, you can barely see it. Along this edge, there are little rings kind of tightening it up. It's not a good way to do it, but it was a very old piece and it was what I had at the time. So, because it wasn't a functional piece anymore, I took the chainmail off the thermos and am going to use it for something else. All right, let's see here. Hey, Angie, you're very welcome for the help. I try to be as helpful as possible because that's just what people should do. They should be helpful. And for only having been doing this a year, you're doing great. By in case you didn't know. It's hot. It's hot in Texas. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. It was very humid today and not at all enjoyable. Very blustery day. So I'm all for hot right now. I could use some Texas weather. All right. There we go. All right, I think I am at the starting point of where we ended up last night. So last night, we had taken this down too far. We were missing a ring in here, and it had a really bad hook. Okay, that is almost perfect. I think it'll probably tighten up just a little bit more, but this down at the bottom curves in a little bit. Okay, not quite what I wanted, so I'm hoping to have this hang over just the edge just a little bit. I'm hoping. And we'll see where we go from there. That was not the big one. Okay, where's the big space? There's a space in here. I mentioned this last night. I mentioned a lot of stuff last night, so I'm going to stop saying I mentioned stuff last night. I'm just going to restate what I said. The number of rings around this it's 19 rings around, okay? Which is a prime number, not divisible easily by anything. And so these little spacers I have here are not evenly spaced, right? So it's going to make doing the top of this problematic because there's going to be, where'd it go? This open space right here. Between these dags, there are basically 2 rings here, 2 rings here. There's 3 here. So not a big problem. We should be able to, hopefully I'll be able to close it up fairly easy. I grabbed the wrong color ring. These, I'm using brass and bronze rings, and I've got a light overhead and a light coming from the side, and it's a little difficult to tell what's what. So if you see me searching for a ring, it's only because I can't see nothing. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. So I'm sure that I have a lot of friends that know about streaming. I know some streamers myself, and I know kind of who to ask. Does anyone know how long it takes to upload a YouTube video? Because right now, I'm not getting anywhere with it. It is just sitting there. Well, let's check on it. Let's check where are we at right here. Yeah. Oh, hey, no, it's going somewhere. By the time I'm done with this, I should be able to upload my first YouTube video from our live stream last night, which is pretty cool. I'm not a YouTube junkie, but oh, that's the one I don't want to do. I want to go this way. When you're looking to promote organic traffic to a website, one of the best things you can use is search engine optimization, and one of the best ways to go about getting the traffic from the search engines is to have your backlinks on multiple platforms. I think that's correct. So, for example, YouTube, posting a video to YouTube and putting my website on there gives me juice in the search engines. so that my website shows up when people search for certain keywords, right? So I think that that is what I'm going to try and do with these live streams. Another thing you can do with them is embed them in a blog article, which I will also be doing. Embed them as a blog article so that you are creating content and adding it to your website and having a positive impact on the internet. All right. And when you do that, when you have content frequently uploaded, and you have your backlinks to your store or to your website on multiple platforms, that gives you the search engine juice to get the organic traffic, right? And I am just sitting here making chainmail anyway. And so I might as well just sit here on camera and you can all see my pretty face. It's, I don't know, it's a fairly simple way to go about getting people to your website, right? And so, thus begins my journey as a YouTuber and streamer. Now I need a better camera. I need a microphone. I need to understand what I'm doing, which would be nice. But it's all a learning process, right? It's all a learning process. And you know, it's the journey, not the destination necessarily with this. Although I do have an end goal of being held accountable to get some of my chainmail projects done, right? That's priority number one. Priority number two is to be a flailing arm balloon man on the internet and point people to my store. Because if you don't know, I run MailleWerX.com. I'm responsible for all the products and designs on there, and it's a lot of fun. I have the largest selection of chainmail themed apparel and accessories of anyone, which isn't saying much if no one knows who you are. So if I'm just going to be sitting here chainmailing away anyway, I might as well stream, upload videos to YouTube, and try and get that magic SEO, the search engine optimization juice, and traffic. I don't know, what do you guys think? Does that sound like a plan? I think it's a plan. And then of course, there's also this, right? Someone's going to see me making chainmail, and they're going to go, that looks way easier than I ever thought possible. I should give it a try. And that is going to be a magical moment when I have affected someone where they go out and try something new. Oh. And then they'll become a chainmail maker, and they'll be awesome. At least I hope that's what happens. Because I have been doing this for 24 years. I have met, more recently in the last couple years, I've met more and more chainmailers. But the reality is that it is a small community. tiny compared to others, right? I know a bunch of people who cross stitch. You know, I know a bunch of people who do woodwork or leather work. And I knew those people, you know, long before I ever started making chainmail. And the proliferation, is that the right word? My point is there's a ton of people out there that do these things, right? It's not every night you're going to see someone streaming chainmail. It's just not. And that's okay. Hopefully someone comes across one of my videos and gets the bug. All right, we're going to have to tear this apart a little bit. All right. And after this, I will do a progress shot to show you where I'm at. All right. Mr. Mailman, bring me some rings. Make them the shiniest that you've ever seen. I think that whole song could be rewritten as a chainmail themed ring song. All right. Where are we at? Oh. Okay. All right. I don't like those holes so much, but I may not have a choice but to just leave them. Okay. All right. Okay. That's okay. I don't know. I'd hate to tear the whole thing apart and redo it, but this is not laying flat. It's not only kind of doing what I want it to do. I don't know. Let's keep going and we'll see. Keep going and we'll see. All right. Another good reason to be doing these streams, which if you're not, you know, that's okay. I'm not really camera shy, but Facebook loves live streams. I think it's one of their favorite things. So if you're not using paid advertisement and you are using word of mouth and you are relying on Etsy to get and tags to get your products in front of your prospective customers, right? You should also do Facebook Lives. Simply because Facebook's love them and it puts them in front of more people. Like, one of the fun things about running a Facebook page is Facebook won't show your posts to everyone, right? And I mean, I can go live on my phone, but I can't. I can go live on my page on my phone, but I cannot do it on the computer. That is really annoying. Because I have a bunch of people that like stuff I make over on my page. Now, most of my friends are fellow chainmail artists or artisans of one kind or another. If you exclude family, right? I have a lot of family on here. But the rest of them, they're mostly Renaissance fair types, Comic-Con fair types, or Comic-Con types. Oh, did that go there? One, two, three. 1, 2. Okay, no, I have one more. So as I was saying, the people on my friends list are mostly fellow crafters of one kind or another, or they're like Renaissance fair junkies, right? So I am okay to go live on my stream and talk about Chainmail because 90% of everyone on my page has or is at least familiar with what Chainmail is, right? But since Facebook doesn't let you live stream from your computer, on your business page, a lot of people don't have that capability, which I think is hot garbage, and Facebook should fix that. It's like, you guys remember Facebook polls? They were a feature that you could have, and I know they were in groups, and I know you could do them as a person, but I'm 90% certain you could do it on your business page as well. And those were a great way. If you could post a good poll, those were a great way to get organic traffic to your page. Now, all that stuff has pretty much been limited at this point since Facebook wants you to pay for advertising. The only way to get around it is to create content. So, here we are. We're creating content. We're getting in front of people so that Facebook gives us juice to show all our awesome stuff. Here it's to Facebook friends, but you know, hopefully it will lead to more people on your business page, theoretically. All of this is just theory. This is just how I understand how it works. I have no real idea, to be honest. I just believe what I'm told from the Facebook people. All right, there we go. Okay. This is where we're at. Let's see here. If we can get a... All right, so we're working on that helm chain there at the top and trying to make it tight enough so that doesn't hang over the edge so far, but I'm more concerned about that looking wonky all the time than I am about the bottom. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So if this is your first time watching me stream, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's awesome when your friends show up and support you in whatever crazy shenanigans you get up to. All right. I don't know if this across the top is going to work. We may have to undo it all, which isn't really what I wanted to hear. I needed that to be tighter, but right now it's not. I need it tight like a tiger, and it's not tight. And I was hoping this would work better, but it's not yet. So we're going to finish going all the way around because we're stubborn like that. And we'll close up these two. And we'll see how it fits then. All right. Okay. So how is everyone tonight? What are you guys up to? What are you doing? You crushing your hopes and dreams? One of those Gary V terms. Are you crushing it? I don't know what that means, Gary. All right. Two of those and one of those. All right. Wow. So the awesome thing about this too is that we've been doing this for 25 minutes and I've barely noticed. Which is nice. That's a nice... I've just been muttering to myself, going over what I think I'm doing, making sure that it makes sense in my head. And people came to watch. It was nice. Where are we? All right, this helm chain's not tight enough. Let's see if it gets tight enough. You always got to chase this stuff. This thing about chainmail, right? You can have an idea in your head, and you'll never know if it's going to work until you try it. I have taken apart and put together thousands of rings, chasing... I don't want to say perfection. Chasing what works, right? Now for this, the Celtic Vision came up into the helm weave, and the helm weave tightened up, right? I don't know if it tightened up enough. We're going to figure that out in a second here. And I don't know if we can get it to look good because it's kind of wonky right now, right? And I also don't know, like, I'm concerned about the strength of these holes. I don't know if this water bottle is going to see much action, but it will be pretty by the time I'm done with it. So it may end up as just a display piece, which will be kind of too bad. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the coffee cup I finished, the Byzantine hexagons, interwoven Byzantine hexagons, or I don't know what to call it. It's not like a new weave or anything, it's just how I used Byzantine. Anyway, that coffee cup is going to get used a lot because I like coffee. Water bottles, however, I'm not opposed to water. I just don't drink as much of it, I guess. Ooh. So here, I'm gonna practice this hybrid. All right, I'm gonna practice this hybrid chainmail when I get the chance. All right. What do you mean by hybrid chainmail? And what is going on, Jose? How are you doing? Let's see here. Do you ever tear apart an old project and look at your closures and see how awful they are? Don't be hard on yourself. You were young, you didn't know what you were doing. At least that's what I tell myself. All right. Oh, was that supposed to go through these? It was. Where's that supposed to go through these? No, this is supposed to go through here. That seems... Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. We'll take a look at it in a second. Maybe I put too many connections in and should have tightened it down real tight. I don't know. We will figure it out. Ah, Jen's pinned and half Persian 4-in-1. That sounds like it would hurt my brain if I tried that. Okay. All right. Start with a half Persian first and go down to middle spaces. Okay, you start with a half Persian first and go down the middle space. I'm good. Work, school, and final little time. Okay. So is it Jen's pinned on either side? Is that right? And I am good. I'm doing quite well, all things considered. I'm doing well, except for choking on an ice cube. Ugh. How you doing? Oh, I'm well. Dies. Okay. What are you doing in here? There we go. All right. And I don't know. I don't. That's weird. And a pig almost resembles double Viking wings. That sounds cool. Yeah, definitely send a pic. Send me a picture. I like to see other people's stuff. That's one of the things that makes my Facebook feed so entertaining is it's chock full of artists and crafters and people who make stuff all day long. And I pretty much get to scroll through that all day. And I gotta tell you, people make some awesome stuff. Did I screw up once or twice? Okay, so I have added a few too many rings to this. Now I gotta figure out. I'm probably talking too much. Here. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. What have I done? I don't know. All right, we'll figure it out. I screwed up, which is okay. It's chainmail. It's not the end of the world. And I have no timeline on for this piece. This is not for anyone. So, you know, whatever. Okay. Ooh. If what I'm looking at is correct, I added an additional ring in between each of these spaces. Yeah, good job. Go me. Go me. I are smart. All right, let's see if we can fix this. Of course, you know, you don't notice until you're all the way around, right? Like, why would you notice before that? Righty. The one thing I don't like about lives is that I'm sitting here and I'm by myself, which I don't mind. I can be by myself for days. But normally I have music. I would play music. And so the push to change to a different platform, like say Twitch or DLive or one of the others, where you can play music and stream at the same time, is kind of, or the urge to switch to one of those platforms is kind of getting to me. So I think Twitch would be more SEO friendly, and I think you can upload your videos from Twitch straight to YouTube. I will. I'm 90% sure that's true. But I'll have to figure that out. Always a learning process. All right. All right. Oh, that's not going to come out. This isn't going to be pretty. And I don't want to take apart the whole thing. Do I? Nor do I want to try and put that back together. Ugh. All right, it's going to be tough. I may have to break out the special pliers. Where are we at here? 35 minutes? What are we going for? Time is it? 9:25? We might make it just over an hour. I have to go to bed and get up early, as does, I'm sure, 90% of you. Okay. This is a problem. I could rip these rings out fairly easily, right? It's just brass and bronze. They're not hard. Getting them back in is going to be problematic. Right. And I would need to do that in 1, 2, 3 areas, because I am smart. I couldn't have screwed that up more if I tried. Oh well. All right. Okay, not that one, this one. Ready. Why don't you round that corner? I don't want to do this because it's going to tear the rest of it apart. Did I get that out okay? All right, so that came out all right. Now the trick's going to be putting it back together. That's going to be the hard part. It's fine. One more. All right, maybe we can bend this around a little bit. Maybe we can finagle it, see if it fits. A lot of the times, if you give it the right motivation, it will go right into place. Not all the time. All right, how hard was that? That wasn't hard at all. That wasn't hard at all. There we go. And don't say that's what she said. I'm terrible. Okay. That is not as wonky as these over here, and I think it's just because we had that extra ring in there. So let's keep going. All right. Okay. One ring, 2 rings. We need to take this one out. We're going the right direction. I think. I hope. Just like I said before, this helm wave might not hold up at all. We may have to find another way to get this to connect to the top, but I think we'll be okay. There we go. I think we'll be all right. All right. Excuse me. All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. 1, 2. All right, one more to take out, and then I'll do a little a progress update. I will hold it up to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. I'm removing one set of rings in between these dags up top, and I think it's gonna work. I think it will. Okay. Oh my goodness, I have a tickle in my throat that's killing me. Excuse me. Need some honey and hot tea. I don't actually drink tea. I just know that people use it to warm up their voice before they sing on stage, or at least that is my understanding. It is my belief that people do this. I don't know if I know any stage actors to ask if that is something they do. I imagine it would work. So some honey and hot tea for me. All right, let's see here. Okay, I think that's the last one before we're needing to finish this top row. Okay, all right. I don't know if that's closure is perfect or not. I don't really care. Let's see here. All right, see now that holds it up a little higher than I wanted. You can see the edge right there. Maybe we can work around that. I don't know. This just kind of looks like it's only going to get tighter. But the helm weave across the top is laying down really nicely. Let's see here. Move that light away. Okay. It's a smooth transition from the Celtic Vision into the helm. And aside from that open space right there, you really just can't see on this camera. Okay. That transitions nicely, and that helm is laying flat against the bottle. It's not nearly as wonky as it was a minute ago. So, we're gonna try. We're gonna continue doing what we're doing. And then the fun part will be figuring out the bottom. All right. Because if this top ring holds up the body too high. We can't go over the edge. I can't add another row of Celtic Vision on the bottom because it would be way too much. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Figure it out when we get there. And then here's another conundrum, right? All these are evenly spaced around except for this one, right? So do we add? I think we add a dag in here. Let's do that. And then we'll finish up the top. And then I will take some pictures and post them because you can't see crap on here. You know, lighting sucks, camera sucks, but you know. But we persevere on anyway, right? Okay. Now how to remember how to do this. Okay. See, it's gonna look wonky, but I think it'll not really be noticeable. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Of course, it had to be a prime number, you know, fit perfectly around this water bottle here. Of course it did. Because, you know, otherwise it would be easy. And we all know that's not going to be the case ever. Am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe some stuff is easy in Chainmail when you're chasing a design. But doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to kind of look nice is all. Is all we're going for. All right. I want 2 of those. Pick. Okay. Doesn't look too out of place, but I don't know. We shall see. Okay. So what we really need is one of these guys. Need this. Come on. There you go. Or is it like that? These go through here, and then that tightens up because that's wah, wah, wah. Yes, the answer is yes. I don't like that answer. I think it's not satisfactory. Maybe leaving it open was a better idea. Less noticeable, anyway. Why isn't that attached? What in the world's going on here? What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. All right. There's that. Okay. All right. We're almost in progress pick territory. And I think we're almost done with the top of this. That can come out. Come on. There you go. Okay. One, two, three. Then we'll double check our math. I may have missed putting a ring in here. I don't know. We'll find out in a second. Maybe I should have added another row. That is really tight. Maybe. Ah! Don't do that. Is that closed? No, bastard. Right. Maybe part of the problem is the enormous pliers I'm trying to use in this really tight space. I don't know. How about that? Maybe that's part of the problem. All right. Oh, okay. Now we can't go over the top. Why? There we go. It's a little tight. See how high that pulled that up? Okay. The helm looks nice and flat across the top. Let's move this away. Okay, the helm on the top looks nice and flat, and we went from the Celtic Vision right up into the helm without any issue, right? It does look a little wonky where I have the 3 dags like right in a row. Compared to the rest of it, but it's not really noticeable. You know? No one, I doubt if anyone who makes chainmail would notice without me having told them. And no one who doesn't make chainmail would notice, I don't think. Well, why'd you put that extra 1 in there? Because 19's a prime number. The issue, well, okay, the issue I still have is this top is still connected on each, where's my finger? The top is still connected by 2 brass rings, right? So, I don't know. The problem of dealing with brass and bronze is they're fairly, what's the word? The word I'm looking for is soft. They are pretty soft. I jacked up that ring pretty good. It's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to kind of look good. That's all we're going for here. We'll only ever show people this side, which is what we want. And if we only show this side, and no one ever sees this questionable weaving back here, we'll be okay. Right? All right, let's see here. And now for the bottom. I want to be able to take this off and weave the bottom. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but see that? It looks nice, right? What are we going to do about the bottom? I was hoping to do a Celtic star pattern on the bottom, but with it being that high off the bottom edge, And with the number of rings around here being a prime number, I don't think that's the best option. But I don't know. Is it 55? We've been doing this for 55 minutes already? Jeez Louise. All right. Time flies when you're having fun, man. I am just literally sitting here talking to myself and weaving rings and having a great time. I'm definitely not getting much done. I suppose it's okay. All right. I like it. On to the business of the bottom. If I extend, okay, that's a problem. There we go. Of course, you got to fight with every ring. If I extend this down over the edge with like a Byzantine pattern, I might do like I've done similarly on other bottles, where it's just like a Byzantine web on the bottom. That would probably go over pretty well. I've just done that before. I was hoping to be able to do something else, but it does not look like I am able, without really jacking up the top here. And the top's, you know, as wonky as it is, the top's more important than the bottom. We can just make the bottom out of anything. So I don't know, let's sit here and figure out what we can do. As I tumbled this and all the rings are screwed up. Goodness gracious, who closed this ring? That is that me? That's awful. You can't see it in my pic. My camera wouldn't show you anyway, but that was a bad closure. And for rings this big, 18 gauge 3/16, right? They're real easy to close nicely. They're not like hard to see or anything. All right. Tumbling made this piece really clean, which was awesome. But it also screwed up these rings on the bottom here. And then I had a bunch of loose rings wrapped up in this Celtic Vision that I got to spend a lot of fun time figuring out how to remove them, because of course, you know, they're all open and hooked into the weave and pain in the butt to dig them out. But I think I got them all. I don't even know if I got them all. You know, like 5 years from now, I'm going to look at this and be like, oh, there's an extra ring right there. How do I get it out now? All right, I think all these are good. All right, I don't know if that's enough bronze. I have a little bit more bronze somewhere else. But what if I wonder, what if we did like a Japanese bottom? I wonder if this will give us the room. That way we could go all the way around the bottom. If we kind of Okay, let's. We do like a Japanese 12-2 kind of thing. I can't really describe it, but I have it pictured in my head. Okay, I took 4 rings. Oh. Thank goodness for being fat. Caught that ring with my gut. Maybe we just do every other ring since we're making it smaller. All right. Well, but every other ring we would end up with. See if I can hold this down here. All right. Do you see? Where's the camera? Can't see crap. All right, I'll try and make this a little bit bigger so you can understand where I'm coming from. And I need to figure out if we do every ring. That's, I think we can do every ring all the way around the bottom, and this might actually just pull itself in. That ring was slippery. Come on. All right. And of course, it might not work at all. I don't know. Won't know until you try, right? Of course, I'm gonna have to get it. Okay. Time we have 1:02. We're about needing to shut it down. All right. I wish I had 1/4-inch rings. I mean, I do somewhere, but not in brass or bronze. And I want this all to match. All right, we're at an hour, and this is gonna really take some time to get started. But I kind of think if we just do some Japanese off the bottom here, we can tighten it up on the bottom so that it, holds itself in place. Might not work, don't know. We will have to figure that out. But it is almost 10 o'clock here, and I have to get up early. And so I will see all of you wonderful people later.